I got made redundant last Tuesday and I felt somewhat up in the air ever since. At first, I was shocked but happy that it happened, as I already wanted to leave my niche sector and move into something where I could apply myself more and get paid more too. I'm still happy that it happened, but oh my god, there's been a lot to reckon with. I'm at the stage where I'm having to seriously consider what my next move will be. A large part of me still wants to build an established career that's linked to my field of study, and I think that's a bit of the old sunk cost fallacy at play, because that's when I start to think of all the time and the money that I invested into earning my degree. But I am also genuinely interested and passionate about my field, and I want to be a part of its advancement. Another part of me is kind of just like, well, what's the point in spending my 20s chasing a job or a career path that I'll probably just end up getting squeezed out of because of AI and whatever new fresh hell gets dropped in the next 10 years? Now, there is, naturally, in the back of my mind, of course, the constant feminine urge to seek solace by the sea. But besides that fantasy, I feel like the average young person on paper isn't exactly spoiled for choice when it comes to doing what they want and not becoming homeless at the same time. I'm still early in my job search since being made redundant last week, but this period of not really giving a toss about my current job anymore and thinking about my next move has led me to really reassess what is actually important to me in a job now. Not the undergraduate dreams I had of breaking into this industry and getting my foot in the door of that industry, but what will allow me to fund all the things I want out of life without draining the life out of me while working for it. In a way, it's kind of like the law of attraction. How, by placing less emphasis on having a career that looks like this or that, or a job title that's more this leaning or that coded, by recognizing that for the most part, it's all vanity, especially in this shoddy job market. And by opting out of that scrambling rat frame of mind, the right thing might just float your way and catch your attention because you're no longer homelander staring at jobs that don't even want you back. And even though I've literally just lost my job, I am still in a place of privilege where I at least have a few months to get my ducks in a row and GTFO. But I still think it's important to say that we've got to shed this desperate energy when it comes to the job search, because desperation definitely has the power of repulsion on its side. I swear, at least half the time, it's the applications I've spent the most time on, researching the company from its inception and finessing my CV and cover letter for days, that either never get back to me or straight up reject my application. Meanwhile, other times it's the job I low key forgot I even applied for, where they're on their knees wanting to interview me. Like, it's hilarious, but it's true. Like, just say you want me. And before this brainwave occurred to me, I found that in moments when I've been in a place of fear, thinking about my near future and my overall career prospects, I've noticed my back is up, my field of vision narrows, and I corner myself with just a few options to choose from. And I really limit myself in moments like that. But by stepping away briefly, talking to the people around me, reflecting on life and what I really want, I was able to zoom out again and reapproach the situation with a much more open mind, realizing I have so many more options than I care to acknowledge. I'm not stuck at all. I'm free. It doesn't have to be one thing or the other. I'm giving up on the traditional career architecture of following a well trodden path because I have other ideas, and I'm fortunate enough to live at a time when I also have the freedom and the resources to follow through with them. A big thing that I've learned during this phase that I think is important to keep in mind is to have that separation between your life goals and your career goals. Growing up, I was definitely ensnared by the idea of your career being an intrinsic component of your overall life goals. alongside having a happy family, a healthy social life, and, going on holidays. I've come to realize that it should definitely be considered as distinctly separate from your life goals so that you're then able to dethrone it in your mind and really accept that no one can hand you your dream career through one job offer. It's something that you define yourself over time. And that's not to say that you shouldn't be career driven, not at all. It's more about dismantling and reassembling what exactly that looks like for you personally, what makes sense for your life setup, and what actually feeds into your actual life goals rather than leeching off them. Now that I've got past that initial hump of fear and uncertainty, and my mind is more open to other possibilities, I've started to retrieve from my subconscious what I was really looking for. The type of job that would allow me to fund the experiences, the hobbies, and the travels that make my life feel like it's uniquely mine. Something that would allow me to afford to buy a house that I love and build up savings for my future children, and a job that makes me feel like I'm contributing to society through my work in a way that's meaningful to me. I'm already so over that cognitive dissonance of feeling like my work is relatively meaningless, yet continuing to pour so much time and energy into it just out of pure obligation. I mean, it's just the wage slavery of it all. So, yeah, I think at the moment, the long term sense I have for my career is that I want to work a job that I find kind of cool, get involved in the parts that I find kind of cool, and move around as necessary. For instance, for more money and cooler work, obviously. I just don't want to overcomplicate something that might not even exist in this form by the time I'm 30. There's actually just so much more to life. And maybe I'm just late to this thought party, and if so, hello, my name is Young Timothy. But as I think about it now, I do think this is how it's going to go for a lot more people of my generation who are observing and living through the instability of having a proper job and realizing that the payoffs come at a price that we're just not willing to pay anymore. Ultimately, a girl can dream, and honestly, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Not to YOLOmaxx or anything, but we truly only get one chance on this earth, and there's no way I'm letting Evil Corp get in the way of me enjoying it. Well, that's it from me for now. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye!